Entire window, share. So we're going to go through the drop-down menus of EvolvingSeeds.com. So welcome to EvolvingSeeds.com. This should be the third installment speaking about the drop-downs. So on our home screen, we've already talked about that we feature even hidden content, videos, links to other websites in a lot of the photographs on the website. We read the opening descriptions, talked about Stomata Magazine, went on through the first homepage, everything on the homepage. So if you didn't catch that, please go back and watch that video. This video is about the drop downs, funding service programs, funding services programs, our soap shop, our free books section, donations and memberships, on the ground services, programs for progress, shop small businesses, and these are other small businesses. Clicking on our soap shop, we have not had the type of success one would want to keep open a soap shop, predominantly because of a lack of the ability to promote outside of these streaming platforms, which largely suppress our content because we are a solutions focused activist entity. They, by very nature of some of the words we have to use to even be able to communicate, they are already suppressed. And I'm not talking about flair words that have to do with race. I'm talking about sustainability. I'm talking about ethics. I'm talking about civics, law, etc. Like it's suppressing all aspects because those are the parts that will yield solutions. So when you go to the soap shop, you can order some soap, but you can also view our soap, obviously, before you order it. That sounds just dumb. You can go to our this area and order some soap, or view our soap, and or I think I just said that in the exact same way. I'm trying to keep this. There we go. In a good square. Everybody in this right square. Boom. There we go. All right. So if you want to order some soap, you can. We got to change this. The phone number is changed. This is my wife. And our soap designer. Okay. I might have to redo this whole video or edit this because this particular area was so bad, but I'm not really keen on that because I've already done so much and we have already done so much work with the world and with activism that, and still gotten the same meager involvement, the same meager engagement, the same massive oppression and suppression of our content that it just doesn't make any sense. If you're here listening and you're participating, you're here to listen and participate and engage. And if you're not gonna anyway. So just to start over and action, order some custom soap. If you have seen our beautiful custom soaps, designer, decorative, and actual useful body soaps, hand and body soaps, those are just a couple of examples. We have not, as I was saying, made enough money off of it to keep it open. And shipping has rendered it almost pointless. Taxation has rendered it almost pointless. And we can't compete with the corporate leveling that they have, where they have their own shippers, they have their own planes and trucks or whatnot, or whatever it is, or they're going through some other larger companies that we can't go through because we have ethics. We have to engage in things ethically. Because we forego a lot of that, and that's why we're able to be an ethical business to the extent you can be an ethical business inside of these systems, and our ability to call ourselves zero waste in the sense that we don't even engage with other companies in that sense that are wasteful from their business dealings. So in order to enable the best donations, the best amount of money that we can get for our beautiful gifts, for the best gifts in the soap industry, we will be accepting custom orders only. Please take a look below at our proud selection of plant-based bath and body gifts and see what we are capable of. We engage in and are open to a wide variety of eco-friendly exchange. Thank you for your consideration. And as you continue to go, I think this thing is supposed to play on by itself, but this is just a preview of some of the beautiful soaps that my wife and kids have made. These are our soaps right here. some of the engagement that we've had um, is like we've done beautiful work, and we continue to do beautiful work in our activism and in the products that we develop. These were left out in these little spiders were left out after Halloween in a garbage bin. We used them. You see what I'm saying? We're taking everything. And yes, they were sterilized, and they were actually in a big old bag, little hole in it. Oh, it is going by itself. So I'll just continue to speak as it goes about the soap shop, so like you can understand that these are some of the things that we offer. All of our soaps and products are plant-based. You can see that we actually use that's coffee grinds, which exfoliate the skin. Actual oats takes again exfoliate the skin. Turmeric, so on and so forth. And this goes on and on and on. Custom order some soaps. How may we soap you? If you're interested in ordering some of our plant-based gifts, please fill out this contact form to customize your order today. We were thinking largely of weddings and events where this could be one of the things that you give out. This is our extra area of in-house ads, which is beautiful. It shows some of the commercials we've done, which are on TikTok, which are fun and funny. Largely recommend going back and watching our commercials. We even have it in a playlist on YouTube. What did I just click? This is our free seeds area. It starts off highlighting TOLFA, the Online Freedom Academy, which is an 18 course or an 18 segment course that challenges you to develop your understanding of freedom, where your rights come from, where they don't come from, etc. And this takes you right there to that quiz or to that course. And then there's a quiz in the beginning. Is this for you? You can see I've already clicked on it. Very enlightening little introduction to the rest of this, which is magnificent. It's a work of art, and that's why we feature it here. But as you scroll down on that very same section, which is the free books, quote unquote, seed section, you can again subscribe here. It says, please subscribe, free books below. This is an insinuation that you have to sign up to get the books. You have to sign in with your email to get books. You don't. They're right here. I only put that there because we have to employ our mechanisms. They employ way larger mechanisms of influence and manipulation. And I refuse to play their game, but I'm going to have the little small ways that I, because this goes back to one of my favorite things, which is marketing. And even though I don't advocate, and we are not a capitalist organization or entity, I love marketing. Under the situation, I love marketing. I love the tricks of marketing. I love the mechanisms of marketing and how we engage in promotion, propaganda. And I don't mean propaganda because propaganda is not necessarily a bad word inherently. If you're spitting bullshit, it's a bad word. Like the morality of a tool is always in the wielder, not the tool. Propaganda is just another tool. It's in what we're promoting or propping. This is the book, The End of All Evil by This is The End of All Evil by This is The End of All Evil by Jeremy Locke. It's a book that describes what evil really is and how it actually functions. And it's largely not religious in any way, shape, or form. It's talking about the behaviors, actions, and compulsions of men based in society. Never in all of history have the elements been arrayed against the civil manifest in tyranny and slavery as they are today. The dreams that burn in the hearts of billions have been growing stronger through the millennia. The children of this world are owed a liberty from slavery that a few are able to comprehend. This is the most exciting era in all of human history. It is the dawn of the freedom of mankind. That is what The End of All Evil self-describes as. And it talks about, one of my favorite quotes from this book is, there are no institutions of man that are more important than you, because they're just shit that was made up by people. That last part was me, not the original quote. So then it goes on with the actual books. And you can actually click this one. Oh, this is the PDF for this. I just wanted it to, oh my God, this is the actual whole book sitting right here. Page 2. So you could actually run through the whole book right here. Right here. But anyway, for the other downloads, it goes natural law, free seeds, books, essays, short stories, literature, etc. Natural law, sovereignty and survival, natural law and civil conduct, the Kybalion, negative emotions, Aquinas on liberty, thesis on natural law, the science of morality, global sovereign's handbook, four noble truths. And sovereign just means above rule, super reign, because the V was a 5 in Latin, in traditional Latin. So there be the V was a P sound, super, which is what it means, above, super, like Superman, super reign. Reigns is rule, like how you have the reins of a horse. So this is the global above ruled, cannot be ruled by any entity outside of itself, sovereign's handbook, global sovereign's handbook. The four noble truths. Four noble truths again. Philosophy of spiritual activity. Damn. I'm looking at some of these like, I need to really read some of these. Rights of man. I can't even say that here on TikTok. The grape of the mind. Be right or go wrong. The tree of life. Introduction to the Kabbalah. The most dangerous superstition. Larkin Rose. The most dangerous superstition, talking about statism, the belief in strangers having inherent authority over us. Natural law literature. Natural law literature 2. This is that section extended. Free seeds or books, essays, short stories, and literature. The Most Dangerous Superstition by Larkin Rose, right there at the top. To Cherish All Life. Intine de la Boutier, Understanding Our Slavery, or the Art of Liberty Foundation. Everyday Anarchy by Stephen Molyneux, who has largely been laughed off the scene because of the interaction that he had with Peter Joseph. It was just atrocious. Look that shit up. Look up Peter Joseph talks with versus, because that's what it turned into, versus Stephen Molyneux. STEPHANMOLYNEUX. Stephen Molyneux had a very big base of people who were really into his stuff. Had a conversation with Peter Joseph, and basically Peter Joseph was like 1, 2, 3 XYZ, and Stephen Molyneux was like, "You didn't say anything. You didn't bring it." Like he was. Peter Joseph was very concise and deliberate about what he said and has been saying for decades now, many years now. And Stephen Molyneux literally just looked at everything he was saying, was like, "Nope, you didn't say anything." And it was just atrocious. It's just a really good way to see intellectual dishonesty at its height. Like, there's no way that this could have been like, I don't know, what Stephen Molyneux or Stephen Molyneux projected that day, that on that particular video, was out of this world. And Peter Joseph did a very good job of articulating the many points and working through his Stephen Molyneux's bullshit to try to get to a point. Anyway, not everybody, certain things that you've done, contributions you do are great. Sometimes you go off in life and do other shit that shines poorly on you, but the work you did is still relevant. And so this is still relevant. Everyday Anarchy by Stephen Molyneux. Alchemy Unveiled again. Wisest Trustee Handbook. Then it goes into health and wellness, Rossum, alkaline and acid forming foods, herbal remedies made simple, natural antibiotics and antivirals, healing herbs, identifying and foraging PDF. I guess they all say PDF. Healing herbs, identifying and foraging, garden allies, to cherish all life, information regarding our thoughts and emotions. So the way this is written, a lot of times on this, you'll see things written a certain way, information. The difference between data and facts and information is this, and this is my favorite example. If I tell you I closed the door, turned off the light, turned on the light, washed my hands, sat down on the toilet, took a shit, and then stood up, does any of that make sense? No, because all the data is there for it to make sense, but it doesn't make sense because it is not information. The difference between data and information is that information is data that is in the right order. So we've casted that in that specific light. Hey, baby. Can you hear me? I hope it answered. I'm going to keep reading until she says that she can hear me. So we offer books that regard that and refer to that. The Mastery of Self, a Toltec Guide to Personal Freedom, How to Read a Book, Negative Emotions, Seed of the Soul, Character Strengths. I'm going to call her back, see if that works. Character Strengths. what? Oh, anyway. Character strengths and virtues, the grape of the mind, stellar man, forgiveness, interdimensional inquiry, the emotion code, LSD. LSD psychotherapy, true hallucinations. Why doesn't it give me the option to answer this phone? Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Hey, we're at Walmart.
Okay, can you get some baking soda and vinegar?
Yeah.
Okay, heck yeah. That's it. That's what I want to make sure. I love you.
Okay. All right, I love you, babe.
All right.
See you in a little bit.
All right, I love you. Be careful, be safe.
I love you, bye.
Bye.
I will. Okay, bye.
True hallucinations, magic mushrooms around the world, navigating man's law. And it goes on and on. Self-defense, understanding the fear of self-defense and revolution, ditch medicine, emergency war surgery, first aid and management of minor injuries, wilderness med kit, where there's no doctor, where there's no dentist. And it goes on. It goes on. Miscellaneous. This is Supremacy by me. The Complete Guide to Saving Seeds. It's like a 300-page book. Some of these are like 300, 400-page book. The Matrix Deciphered, A World Without Disease. It goes on and on. And that's the seed section here, the free seed section. So already we've gone through the soap shop and the free seed section. Donations. This actually highlights space where we ask for donations. So this is matching the one that's on the home page. And yeah, the state has been unaliving and killing my brother over the last 2 years now. I got to change that. And that's how you can see where he went from. Where is it? This is before, and this is now. This is before the state took him, and this is now that the state has him. Before the state took him, now the state has him. Before the state took him, now the state has him. Before the state took him, now the state has him. They denied him medication. They denied him medication because they said that they thought he was not in pain. They denied him pain medication because they denied him pain medication for kidney stones because they thought that face is a face of happiness, that he was smiling. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about medical racism, because I don't know if this is a face. I don't know if people could tell me what based on their skin color and their so-called race, their ethnic background, does this look like a face of somebody who is smiling, wincing and smiling, or wincing in pain? Like that's another reason. Like, you don't know him, so why would you take him from people who do know him? You see that? But this is supremacy. This is supremacy. Look at those faces. Those faces don't look like that anymore. Those faces are fucking furious and in pain. Look at our photos. Look at this. This is what they did to my brother. So we are asking for assistance. This is him at the beach. This is fingernail shit that they won't even, like, they don't even take care of him good enough to have, like, they put it, like, they just afraid me. It's rare that I even talk about it because it makes me so mad that I just start talking shit about doing dirt, which is inevitable at this point. This is him feeling a little bit better under the circumstances that he's in, but this is where he comes from. See, look at this. Very dark as opposed to when he was not in their custody. See the difference? But so we have our own donation area where we ask for help. It goes on to talk about and provide the evidence that was submitted to the courts about it. And then it's donate to Evolving Seeds in general. Donate to our activism. Donate for us to keep doing this website. Donate for us to keep doing the magazine. Donate for us to perpetually and continually push the right narrative, to develop intentional, sustainable communities, to any of the things that we're always talking about. Solutions, essentially. Please, if you have the means, donate to us and solutions focused activism. Please click here to learn about gardens, aka our intentional communities, which we will get to. I will click this just to show you what it goes to, because even I don't know. It's been a while since I've done this. Intentional community directory. So this is the directory that Alexa was talking about. Community member directory. Alexa, cancel. Alexa, cancel. Community member directory. Evolving Seeds. If Alexa mute. Evolving Seeds plans to continue below. Evolving Seeds plan continues below. So yeah, we are. This is. Oh, please list name and location plus link to an intentional link to an intentional community you recommend, and that's all wrong. It's a typo. I gotta go back and fix that. Attachments, questions, and then so yeah. If you know of an intentional community or a place where you think an intentional community will be great to be developed, please let us know. There's a place for you to fill that out. Help us grow gardens. Donate to us there. Click here to view our prospective potential properties. We have only one. Oh, it doesn't go anywhere. That's what he was saying. So the guy Swashi, thank you so much for actually going to the website and showing me. It does still. I didn't even take it off yet because I'm actually at work. I go through all this stuff and I got my kids. It has a video here why I'm homeless. It talks about why there's so many people who are homeless and this concept where people say they want to live like that is bullshit. No one wants to not have a home. But many people, when people falsely say that people are comfortable living on the streets, that's wrong. All people, every single quote unquote homeless person, unhoused person would want and accept and engage in a home, a shelter, a place of dwelling they can call their own. But they don't want to submit their ever-loving fucking soul in order and trade their fucking ever-loving soul, their eternal identity, self-respect, for submitting to a bunch of fucking pointless on fire hoops, jump through hoops that are on fire in order to secure said residence, said place of dwelling. So everybody wants a home. Not everybody's willing to jump through hoops to have it. And by virtue, actually, are the smarter people, in my opinion, because I've been homeless and it's much easier. And I didn't have to panhandle, and I didn't have to eat out of garbage cans, and I didn't have to sleep on the ground. I lived in Las Vegas, and I was unhoused a very specific and privileged way. I lived on rooftops where I was unbothered. But it goes on to describe how we want to develop intentional communities. And that's the intentional. We will get into that specifically at a different time. I'm only going down the first row here. So this is still donations and membership. Let's go back to that. I think I switched to us for our specific activism to help with my brother, what's going on with my brother. And we have memberships, which enable you to pay us to clean up your environment, to clean up either on a smaller level, just your a tennis ball court sized space around your house. So the equivalent of whatever a tennis court would spread out to around your house, that's what we would do. I think I have to adjust that because now I'm realizing that some people's actual house is bigger than the tennis court. I've never had that opportunity. So that doesn't make much sense but you can imagine that a tennis court on each side of their house worth of trash cleanup, but the price is all wrong for even that. The investors gift package, we will clean up a football field sized area around your house. And it doesn't go like your house is in the middle of it and then we'll clean up all this. It's actually however big your house is, you get a football field of space, of square footage that we will clean up. And then we have another gift package that is, we will clean up a Walmart size area around your house. And that includes the standard Walmart parking lot, the store and the parking lot. So for $300 a month, we will come to your neighborhood. And if we've done such a good job and done our job every month, you can actually relegate us to go clean up somewhere else. And now we're starting to get into the fun parts of what Evolving Seeds and us being able to sustain ourselves and actually not have to work a 9 fucking gay to 5. And I mean that, I didn't mean to say that that word in the middle of that. I mean lame, that 9 to lame 5. This is my dream, how I'm trying to sustain myself and turn activism into an actual trade, an actual service, an actual profession, if you will, that people engage in, that one can engage in, and that I've been engaging in since I've been working. But the monthly setup is you get a monthly soap box of mystery soaps and other assorted soaps. You get a 25% discount on Evolving Seeds merchandise and other affiliated merchandise. Like we work with, we haven't talked to them in a long time. We have to reestablish contact. But Northwest Couples Creations, they make great products that are largely eco-friendly. And so you would get 25% with them and other affiliates that we accumulate and they work with us and that we work with. Walmart Plus Park. So yeah, I just described that. Fundraiser for this bus. I was fundraising for the bus for us, and I still am, especially apparently, because I had decided not to because I knew nobody wanted to donate for us to get a bus versus for us to have intentional communities. So it just didn't even make any sense to have it up there. But anyway, it's a bus that is electric. These are all electric buses. So we'd be able to live on it and travel and spread the word and do our work in a whole different light if we were a self-sustaining system instead of dependent on the places of employment that we are dependent on. And so it features a lot of information about the bus. And then on the ground services. And so we offer services from everything from environmental consultation to moving and labor services to cleaning services and litter removal services. Environment, I'm not going to click on each one because it's kind of, maybe I might on certain ones just to show you some of the work we've done. But environmental consultation just means we will consult with businesses and organizations to help them reduce their carbon footprint, help them engage in activism and engagement with their customers in a more equitable way, to engage with social justice and social concerns in a more equitable way. The moving or labor service, we've only had one customer, so we have a whole setup, and then our moving services operate on a donations-only basis and are always negotiable and determined by EvolvingSeeds.com and our beloved clients. We do not disclose any agreed-upon donations or trades, etc., without express permission. We recognize the growing need for labor/volunteer assistance with regard to our elderly and special needs neighbors. Many necessary home maintenance tasks are not able to be completed due to health or condition, or completed due to the health or condition of the individuals living in the home. Even when there are able bodies present, often they are busy with the loved ones who require their attention and or are exhausted from having been providing that care. Evolving Seeds provides volunteer services to meet these labor-intense needs. We are able to assist with all kinds of general volunteer labor needs like home organizing, decor, moving helpers, farmhand labor, general property maintenance, deep cleaning, and detailing of nearly anything within reason. We know you can do it, but if you want us to do it, please, we are here for you. We assist with a wide variety of tasks, from doing dishes to moving furniture in or out of the home to clearing out entire fields of debris. If you need this kind of assistance or know someone who does, please schedule an appointment today, donation-based only. Work with us, serve the community with us. This is where you can sign up to go out and do this work with us. Basically get employed by EvolvingSeeds.com, but this all depends on more people knowing about us. So when they want to move or when they want a service, they come to us and not somebody else. Evolving Seeds is looking to work with individuals and communities across the world to provide much needed services to the global community. Oftentimes these services are available at preventative prices or not at all. We would like to bridge the gap between those who are flexible with the cost of their services they provide and those who require those services. From plumbers and electricians to graphic designers, home movers, housekeepers, and trash movers. If you are interested in working with us independently, please contact us through this form below. And then we want to say a local, I'll just show you, that was a breeze by one of our first paid client. That's us, our first paid client job. It was a woman who needed us to move some things from her house. I was able to get this truck bed from someone else who was able to allow us to use it, and we were able to take it away. And there's one of my coworkers from the job I was working at, and he came along. He made a few bucks. I made a few bucks. The people who allowed us to use their truck and bed made a few bucks, and Vita got her shit moved. And here's just some of the way we were instructed to place the belongings once we had cleared it out. There's me and another coworker moving another job. This is us in Hurricane Houston. This is Nosuko tribe, Natalie and the boys. There's Natalie and the boys. This is all of the debris that people had coming out of their belongings and out of their destroyed homes during Hurricane Harvey, which we were able to respond to with hurricane and disaster relief. And this is how we made our money. This is how we were able to sustain ourselves and help others during that disaster. Natalie manages a moving company and was already in the process of engaging with clients and securing clients while we're there. This is someone who lives in a mansion, and their mansion, they moved from one mansion to another. And this is just a compilation of some of that work and then some of the devastation that was Houston at the time. So some of these photographs were taken in Leadville, and some of these were taken in, I forgot some of the other play, like Central Houston. And so this is the work we were doing when we were doing that. This is us picking up trash everywhere we went. These are apartment complexes. This is us actually delivering resources such as food to the community. This food was cooked by Altruist Relief Kitchen, who is seen here, delivering cooking food. They actually are cooking food in these tents, and they are all volunteer based. We feature Altruist Relief Kitchen over here in our effective organizations area. And this is me on a job popping, one of my favorite things to do, popping beaver dams in Las Vegas, Nevada. They would build these massive dams and we would pop them to secure more water flow. And if you look back at this photograph, you can see the water clearing. You can see the mud coming and clearing. Let me see about destroying this fly. Yeah. Oh, bastard. Anyway, I max this fool out when I can. So and that is our labor services area. And the cleaning, this is just some of the work we've been able to do with our cleaning service. Do you or someone you know need some help with housekeeping or just a little organization? We got you. This service is by donation and depends on the area or what you need to be cleaned. Please message Ashley at the number below, appointments only. Ashley needs to change that phone number. And then we had some photographs of, or I guess it's the same as before, but we had some photographs of the changes and the cleanup Ashley with Evolving Seeds is able to do. And it goes down to the same underbelly, which is so weird. And then, of course, we have picking up trash, which is self-explanatory. You can basically hire us to go pick up trash anywhere. Programs for progress. Speaking of picking up trash, Evolving Seeds has a Cash for Trash program. Evolving Seeds recognizes the challenges we face curing the waste epidemic that plagues our neighborhoods, our communities, our societies, and our planet. After years of pondering and development, we are proud to initiate our Cash for Trash program, Donations for Trash program. Quite simply put, we will raise funds to pay people to pick up trash. And so what happens is we have a person who sees trash in their environment, the commissioner, who sees the waste in their environment is tired of seeing it. They locate and appraise a site and say, I would pay this much money to have this removed if I could, or I would charge this much money if I was the one that was going to be removing this waste. And they come up with they determine a bounty or reward or a price for the cleaning the site. The commissioner includes detailed photos and site information between 12 and 20 photos and a description. Evolving Seeds verifies the site, approves or adjusts the bounty, adds the bounty to the list of jobs, and then fundraises locally and online to satisfy the bounty. So in the neighborhood that this trash is in and online, we will go up and solicit for donations to satisfy and pay the bounty to be satisfied. 3, individual cleans the site and sends before and after photos of the cleaned site for proof of completion through our QR code. Individual collects the bounty. So person is walking, they see a QR code that says clean this site. It says a little sign that says clean this site for $500, $400, $200, $800, whatever it is, depending, because some of these sites have mattresses. Some of them have like Astro van chairs and car seats and all kinds of stuff. And it's going to take a little bit more than just picking up just trash like you traditionally do with picking up trash. Those sites will be appraised as such, and the bounty will be much bigger. So they would see this, and underneath it says the site name, the site, how much the site bounty is going for. Then it has a QR code. That QR code takes you to a before area where you take a bunch of pictures that match the pictures that are on the bounty in this site, this area, so you can get a general, so Evolving Seeds can see and prove that you cleaned up these specific sites. This site, you take matching photographs from specific areas at the site before, and then you clean it all up and take matching pictures after from those very same general areas, and we verify that the site has been cleaned by having the commissioner go out and clean up the site, or go out and verify the site has been cleaned. And then we pay the money to the person that we raised for the bounty. And this money gets that person, if they need a social security card because they lost it or it was not given back to them after they got out of jail for arbitrary infraction of some kind. This gives them the money that they can actually go request and apply for their social security card again. If they have that problem with their birth, if they've lost their birth certificate, if they want to have a night to stay somewhere, they can actually get a hotel room, and they can engage in their beer or their habit of choice. They deserve that if that's what they want. They worked for it. And that's the entire point. This also gives these people the ability to make money that is more than just hand out money, that they can actually work something and do something with and do it and get it whenever they want. You can pick it as long as people are knowing about bounties and we're raising enough money to satisfy the bounty, because the bounty doesn't even go on the market until there's enough money to pay it in that bounty. We have a bounty in here for a canal in Monte Vista, Colorado for $420. And when we raise $420 for that bounty, whoever cleans it up gets that money. And all of this is tax deductible, and all of this is based in a donations base, so nobody has to get taxed. Like, we don't have to pay tax on it, but you can use your participation in this as a tax deduction. And the commissioner gets a nice little commission for verifying the bounty, for commissioning the bounty, and for verifying that it has been actually cleaned. So that's just one program. Thank you for your consideration. Join us every Tuesday, wherever you are, in cleaning up our environment. It is extremely relaxing and enriching to participate in this activity anytime. Our bounties are merely to provide methods of cleaning the environment and circulating much needed donations. And then it goes on to describe. And then this is the Monte Vista, Colorado Canal that I was just describing. And there's multiple pictures. You see how you can go to certain spots and take specific pictures and then clean it up and take the after picture and prove that it's been cleaned up. And this canal feeds hundreds of people's families and homes and stuff. This is grassroots activism. This is getting into the neighborhood. Then people are saying, what are you doing? A lot of people think I pick up trash because I have community service. And I explain to them, no, I do this as a hobby, as something that I like to do. And so, yeah, donate to clean up the canal. And then we talk about forming an activism currency. I call it seed coins. What does it say there? Seed deeds coin. Seed deeds equals out. What? Seed deeds. Okay, seed deeds, but it's basically a crypto coin that will be essentially called seed coins, not CDs. Why did I say that? CDs? CDs. Seeds. No, it's supposed to be seed coin, but are non-fungible tokens. Non-fungible tokens. Does it say seed? Damn, it says seed all over the place. What the fuck was I? I must have been super blown. Just splits. Then it tells us what, it has something that talks about what NFTs are. It's time for me to smoke again. That herbal gerbil. But we'll go ahead and round this out. We feature other activist businesses, other small businesses that are geared towards sustainability, zero waste, generating equitable, if there can be a such thing, equitable consumption. And so we feature a couple of businesses. 24-Hour Farm Fresh, we feature them. This is a 24-hour circuit, a syndicate, a network of growers of fresh organic foods and herbs and fruits who engage with this network in order to be able to deliver these resources directly to individuals and grassroots organizations geared towards feeding and providing access to food. This is them. Get fresh with the locals, a 24-hour, 24/7 farmers market. Sustainability Garden Catch is a free use app for selling and buying local garden items, food items, farm items, and services. Get fresh with the locals. It is for gardeners, gardens, farmers, selling local buy. I don't know why I'm reading this like this, but this is off of their app. So it may be because somebody that I'm reading somebody else's content. Maybe that's what it is. With locals buying local, farm. Okay, buying local, farm to fork, farm to table, farmers market, free garden app, produce local services. Farm Fresh 24/7 is an app that was created by Damien Leahy, a software developer, and it goes on to describe more about it. You can get the app. You can go to the website here. The website's here. The app's here. See, this is just the way that Evolving Seeds is providing access and awareness to these many people and individuals and groups and businesses making change. Holistic Agora. This is This is Natalie and her business and her organization and what she does, which is Holistic Health Services. And you can go to her Facebook page. This is the TerraCube eco-friendly smartphone made up of like 90-something% recycled materials, recycled parts, equitably sourced, ethically sourced minerals for the phones and for their devices. I think they offer a couple of tablets now too, or something like that. But you can go to their website and see some of the things that they're doing and how they operate and why they deserve your patronage, your participation. Because if they can become the standard, then they will force the other parts of the market to have to engage equitably as well. But if nobody knows about them, then they won't. And they even have a new smartphone for kids. And if you look at the reviews, they're very durable phones. They have standard cameras and standard microphones, just like the one I have, this regular $50 Walmart phone, but they're more durable. Like if you look at the reviews, people just are raving about the durability of them things. So the guidelines for our support. Not every business we support is practicing every single one of our guidelines, but they do satisfy some or most of them. It is our job and yours to make production and distribution of the products we use more efficient and hence more affordable by patronizing responsible businesses. If we do this successfully, we will be able to change how we do business forever. If you operate a responsible business that already deserves to be featured here, please contact us with included details and desired media you would like to represent your business. If you are not sure if you qualify, please take a good eco-friendly look at your business and make the necessary changes, then contact us. 1, minimalist design for products. 2, zero waste products, meaning your waste is either zero or limited in how you produce your product and the waste that can be generated from the packaging for your product. Zero waste products, plant-based products, recyclable products, plastic-free, fast biodegradable rate and or recyclable packaging for your products. And I'll read this again because I'm reading it too fast. Socially, ethical, and morally responsibly sourced products and packaging that does not cause any suffering, including to the earth. And the packaging is what we're largely talking about when we talk about zero waste, because, this is a pair of headphones, and when they break, they will have a certain amount of presumable waste. It'll be wasted. But is it? And can it be used for anything else? Can it be upcycled? Can it be fixed? And just getting into that as far as coming in production-wise. And so incoming and outgoing, are we reducing our waste? And that is the end of that section. And that is the end of all of these first funding, services, and programs section. Next, I will be doing a YouTube about Evolving Seeds Roots, which entails our active media section, which is kind of our newsroom where we keep track of what's going on in the world from a current events. That's what I'm gonna call this, current events. I hadn't active media. That's funny. Current events section, active media. What's going on right now? Activism University, which actually contextualizes everything that you can learn about activism into a course or a train of thought, or what I call and have coined as an informata. It's like an information armada, or an armada of information, an informata. And so that's what the Activism University is. You just scroll and read, and there's videos along the way, and there's audios and books references along the way that you can pick up that will inform you of what activism really is, which is an augmented, deliberate, intentional living life lived. And then it goes into the health section, spiritual enlightenment. Both of these are lacking. All four of these are lacking: health, spiritual enlightenment, law, and environmentalism, because I'm highly focused on addressing statism, the belief in authority vested in strangers, which falls into law and spiritual enlightenment, and cascades in environmentalism. However, it's a more specific discussion, and this is a large part of Evolving Seeds, is we need other people who are passionate. If you are someone who's passionate about health, and you have a regimen, and you have all these ideas about how to put forward and how people can make themselves more healthy, and it's very efficient, but you don't have the marketing skills to come up with your own whole thing. We don't want to assimilate anybody and say, oh, well, you got to be wearing Evolving Seeds shirts now, let your Evolving Seeds. And no, we like that. That'd be cool. But for the people who really, really want that and really, really recognize what we're doing. But aside from that, our job and our goal is to uplift other activists and other individuals and other organizations who are doing the work the best, as far as we're concerned, and have observed. If you know somebody who's doing it better, again, please inform us. But we need people to take over the health area, the spiritual enlightenment area, the law area, the environmentalism area. If you're passionate about saving the environment, and you know all the facts and the studies and the oil spills, and that's something you're on the ground always involved in, please contact us. You can have that whole area. If you know law, we have a couple people. I'm going to be featuring a couple people there, and the more objective and not coming from a specific community, the better, to show us law, to encourage our understanding of law. When you go to the law section, there's only one individual featured, and then some law information such as PDFs, like I think it's Wise's Concise Handbook. Perhaps it even might be Black's Law Dictionary. But yeah, this is Wise's Concise. But it features the Anointed New Foundation of Peace, ran by Charles, who teaches sovereignty, natural law, man's law, common law, maritime law, contract law, equity, and the different parts of law. And where was I going with? And so that's over here. We need people to help facilitate understanding universal theory. Universal theory is ran and operated by Jin, who basically is uniting and unifying and resolving the differences between science and spirituality, because essentially they're the same thing, and bringing that theory and that dojo, that challenge, to the mind and to the individual, and to the stage, for its due diligence in the light to be spoken. So I do feature 3 people here, but I want to feature more with regard to spirituality, and just for the sake of ending this live right now and talking about and using this later, we are always looking for individuals who want to take up one of the pillars of Evolving Seeds, one of the branches of Evolving Seeds, because we need help. We need people. If you're someone who is engaging in mutual aid all the time, and you're in the mutual aid spaces, and you want to write about your work and articulate that work, please. We have so many spaces where we need your help. And this is actually supposed to break down into a couple more different sections, not from what they are, but there should be other sections on here. I'm not exactly sure what they are at this moment, but health, spiritual alignment, law, like these are the major pillars of what's relevant and a priority. And then these auxiliary things are people who are engaging in these things to a deep way. And then we'll go through this a different time. But until then, I can't wait to show you the Activism University, because I did put that together and it's pretty wicked. But until next time, this is EvolvingSeeds.com. EvolvingSeeds.com. Evolving Seeds. Get the hand claps. EvolvingSeeds.com. Full spectrum solutions focused activism. So please be safe out there. Check us out.